Hello, everybody. It's your boy, Sam again, aka The Train Motherfucking Man, my poopers and doopers. So it's been about a month since the last update. It's now October 3rd. As promised during the off season, about a video a month. And since it's October, winter's coming, we will be getting more frequent updates, as that is typical railroading season. So I took a little bit of a break from working on the layout extensively, but in the past week or so I've gotten back in the swing again, gotten some stuff in the mail, put some stuff in order, and we're gearing up for a long, eventful and progress-filled winter. So let's jump right on in. I'm going to try and keep this video a little shorter than normal, but so here you go again. From here over is the expansion. From here to here was layout number 2, so this is still layout number 2, but 2.5. So I've been running a lot of trains. These main, over here everything's all glued down, buildings and stuff. I haven't worked on anything over here, but I've been running a lot of trains. You've seen in the older videos on this layout, this is the coal mine section, so I've just been using it as a yard for, practicing some shunting and making some manifests. So that's been fun. Everything's working pretty well. Over here, the lumber mill. So back over here, we'll start working over this way because not much has changed over here. My big picture goal still to this point is finish getting in all of the foam work on the entire layout, so then I can finish this process of molding it and then vacuum it all up and be done sculpting the foam, which is the biggest, most chore worthy and messiest part of this whole venture. So working slowly, but hopefully we'll have that all done sooner than later, and then I can really get to the nitty gritty. So this is going to be the little river scene. Eventually going to taper all this land down. I built the bridges, got the piers tucked away for now, put in the little main line, hidden from nowhere to nowhere. I have a little box car under there just for working some heights and stuff. It's gonna, maybe sometimes I'll put a couple string of cars on there to make it look like a train's going under. You get a little run by right here. So these two bridges will replace just the Bachman track that's going over there right now. So I've worked in some of the foam here. Obviously I haven't touched it or sculpted it at all yet, but gonna have it all contour in. Then I did some more over here, big rough blocks that I'm gonna contour in. This side's gonna taper down majestically. This side more cliff worthy, I think, or maybe the opposite, I don't know. Right here, still an anomaly, but I finally got to my little town, Main Street kind of industry scene. So this would be, sorry for my finger, this would be it looking down. So I'm not sure if the lead is going to stay here. I might move it up a little bit. This is all very mocked up. Nothing's in place 100%, but very rough, but somewhat loosely where I want it to be. So we're gonna have the branch line. It's gonna be a stub, just a dead end branch line, some industries. So we put a little industry here, a couple cars. I need some more Pico switches. But then we're going to have the main line of the branch line run right back here. I have a little runaround as well that leads up to over here. So back over here I have these building flats that I purchased. They are lighted and have some smokestack stuff. I'm gonna weather them myself, take off the smokestacks, mess with the lights. But over here, gonna have one of them actually be served. A couple box cars or whatever may go there. They have some names and stuff, but I might change it up. Might even make another one or two of them serve, probably just one for now. Runs along, so I'll put another switch in here, have it be served. Like I said, with this runaround, I'm gonna have a lot of room and options to move around cars. And then down here, I have the curved turnout going to an ice house and a brewery or whatever. I think that's a brewery. And the crossings are going to both be in the same section down Main Street or whatever you want to call it. And just an industry, one car piece, maybe two if I decide to expand it. But I'm really excited to have the crossings in the main road, Main Street. And then I have this kit that I bought. I don't think I'm going to keep it branded as Allied Rail, but I have a Y switch here. I'm just gonna actually have a left-hand turnout, or yeah, left-hand turnout going straight up. Do a couple service tracks, one going inside. So as you can see from down here, again, building flats in the background. And then I bought a few more kit buildings, some Main Street storefronts, this little, I'm working on them. I'm really, really happy with the way these two came out. Put some lights in there. I might put some detail in there. I'm not sure. Haven't thought that far ahead, but want it to be, the road going through here into a tunnel. I'm not sure how the road's going to play in, but, it's going to continue on into Glory Land, wherever at the end of the layout there. But I really wanted like a Main Street, front street scene. Might put a passenger station in here somewhere. I'm not really sure, but so take this all with a grain of salt, but it will look somewhat similar. Like this idea is going to stay. I just got to fine tune it. These building flats, I might make a few more, and I want the building flats to go the entire length of the backdrop. The buildings will have some space between them, be able to see the train run by, but I'm going to go a little further along, like I said. And then back over here is where it's going to go, somewhere in this section is where the main line is going to disappear back over here. And I have this foam in. I might work it a little further back. And like I showed you, actually I can show you, I already have the wood cut. So these back here are portholes for derailments. But we'll go back here. Now it's kind of hard to see, but I used to have a fridge here. That's why it looks like that. I just got rid of the fridge, so I have more space for workbench stuff I'm going to be moving over here. I have these cut, these portholes. As you can see, they're painted already. I just haven't put them on, and they both go together. So imagine the train running through here, as it's making its way where I was just showing you. So imagine the train running through those. And then we'll go back over here. Sorry for the interruption. So those two boards are already measured and cut. Will be along the run, and right where I was showing you, imagine the train running, imagine it running through here just like that. So I gotta finish up over here and decide how I'm gonna get the main line shielded. I might just have more building flat and kind of just have it disappear behind it, and then have another building flat so the track kind of just runs between a couple of buildings. My goal is to not have a tunnel portal here as of right now. So then I will paint the foam black, paint the base black, might even paint the track bed black, have the train run along just like it is now, but with the backdrop. So as you're looking over it, you can see down into the town. I'm going to raise the foam up a little bit too. I'm going to work it all together. And then over here, I have to figure out the same thing. This section right now, as I showed you from the front, I don't know what to do with it per se, but we're just going to leave it be, keep working on other things. So I'm excited about that section. But yeah, so Main Street coming along nice, building flats. Got to get a couple more Pico switches so I can fine tune. And as I said, it's not all final, but this idea is staying behind the town branch line. Industry servings are going to stay. I could store a couple. If this is going to be a brewery or whatever the hell it's going to be, I'm not sure. If it's going to take a hopper, let's just say. I could store a couple loads here and then do my shuntings and all that. I can also bring down a local with 8 cars, to switch out 3 of the 4 industry, whatever it may be, and I got, room to mess around. I might even throw, I don't know. The idea will stand though, but as you can see, there's definitely some nice depth of field building, which was also part of the goal. I'm gonna fill in the rest, but it's a slow go. You gotta buy the buildings, build stuff, weather stuff, work it in. As you can see over here, the buildings where they're going to be and the track's already glued down and everything is marked. I just need to, finish the foams and start weathering and putting in ground cover, all that stuff. Same thing down here, everything's marked. So once I get this side more complete and finish up the foam, I can do my 1 full day of foam, dremeling, sawing, dusting, vacuum it all up, and then actually start working on the scenes. Same thing down here, because there's going to be some foam work over here in the back. There's going to be foam over here and over here, and this scene especially. I don't want to do any ground cover or painting or any of that surface work till the foaming is done, which is a good thing though, because then by the time I'm done with that step completely, there won't be any more mess in all these areas. I can take up all the buildings before I mark them down, all that good stuff. So working on the road, the line, branch line. Like I said, got to get a couple more switches, figure out how to fill in the rest over here. I'm going to replace some of these smaller sections of track with longer sections. The less sections that have multiple joiners, like I could one piece of track instead of 6 pieces, 3 pieces, for example. Especially some of these long runs back here. I'm going to get the 24-inch sections of track instead of the 12-inch sections of track, or maybe these are 10. I think I can get 30 inches. Either way, replace some of the shorter runs with longer. Just some fine-tuning stuff. So it's kind of the bulk of what I've been working on, but touched up the front fascia a little bit, reorganized the collection, slimmed down some, got rid of some stuff. Not because I didn't want it, but instead of spending a lot of money on the buildings and stuff, there was a ton of stuff that I never ran. I don't know if I ever even had the intention to run it. You're at flea markets and antique fairs and stuff, you see something you like, you buy it. So I sold a bunch of stuff to fund stuff. Pico switches are expensive. Building kits and paint and track, it's all expensive. So progress has been made. As I said, I'm hoping for more frequent updates coming up here soon. But I think this one's hearty and wholesome. So as I hope you subscribe to my channel and you watch the old layout, episode 1 through however many, and then this series or season layout number 2. I think this is the 8th, 9th, 10th video, 8th. Something I'd have to check. Obviously it'll say it in the title, but you can see where I started and then eventually expanded. So now today's video kind of shows the epitome of why and what I was going for with the expansion. So happy with the progress. I think that's kind of it for now. Questions, ask me, suggestions, let me know. If I can help you in any way, let me know. Tips or tricks, Tony Hawk style. You know, like Tony Hawk's tips and tricks. I also recommend having a good stool to sit on while you're working or running or whatever. So yeah, I think that's about it. So again, depth of field and all that's coming along. Let me know what you think, please. I share this in Facebook groups that I'm in, 6, 7, 8, 9, HO and N scale. I know it's N scale, but HO is relatively the same in how we do things. So if you want to get mad at me for that, that's fine. But share it. Let me know what you think. Opinions, feedback. If you want me to check yours out, let me know. And I guess symbolically, this train is running into the tunnel, so I'm going to end it right there. Thank you again for your patronage and the train main. Thank you, and see you soon.